Alright. We can get +2 in something. We need to wait for Fang to return. Yeah, I don't think we gonna wait around for that. It'd been great timing if the scan came in from any other angle. Yeah, it came from... Alright. Get this data. Alright. Now that I have the data. When you arrive at Lem and Mina's unit, Pastor is already waiting outside, leaning against the door. Forgive me, Sleeper. Silas is already buzzing with news of the breach. I was expecting you. Will this work? Don't worry. The breach cannot be traced to the specific IDs I am about to create. Castor reaches into a pocket and produces a sleek green and white hand terminal. The data, please. Hand it over. You hand over a drive with the data, and Castor fishes around for a converter cable to hook it up. He slots it into the terminal. After some whirring, a set of 2 transparent films marked with numeric sequences are produced. 2 tickets to an uncertain future. Castor smiles to himself. The child will go with Lem, of course. He pockets them, cracking open a cold one as he does. These are yours. But first, he holds out a white cube. Your side of the deal. What is it? Something to help us make use of you. He passes you the square, and you rest it in your palm. A small, white, perfect cube. Suddenly, you feel a sharp pain and flinch. The cube jumps from your hand and rattles along the walkway. You look at Castor apologetically. Castor smiles. Not to worry, it has done its job. Now, it is for you to do yours. You look down and see a tiny pinprick in the center of your palm. Nothing sinister. Castor puts the terminal away. This way, we can keep track of you and the sidereal horizon. Oh, I will hydrate. Yeah, I don't know how angle was type corrected from language. It seems like a very weird stretch. Thank you for the hydrate. I didn't agree to this. You did, Sleeper. Castor adjusts his glasses. You have to understand that I could have done this without you knowing. This way, everything is on the table, so to speak. Castor hands you the transparent films, and you see the shimmering portraits of you and Lem flickering beneath the surface. Go. Give them the good news. He reaches across and buzzes the unit. Lem slides open the door, half dressed in his gear. Sleeper, what brings you here? Come in. He beckons you inside. You look to the side, expecting to see Castor, but the wall is empty. The unit is cleaner, better organized than last time. Lem sits at the thin bar and gestures for you to sit. Mina's with some of the local kids. Someone has started doing lessons down the way. She seems to like it. You sit at the bar. What's up, Sleeper? I have some news. Out with it then. Len laughs. I have sealess IDs for us. You have... Lem freezes. How? He blinks rapidly, as if to wipe you from his vision. Does this mean... You're leaving. Lem stands up and paces around the unit. We have to pack. He starts laughing. Holy shit, we have to pack. He turns back to you, smiling. How the hell did you swing this, Sleeper? A friend helped. Well, thank you, friend. Show him the ID films, and he whistles at the portraits. Impressive stuff. He pats you on the shoulder. You should stay until Mina gets home. We can tell her together. Sure. The buzzer goes. That'll be her. Lem gets up and opens the door, and Mina, A bundle of energy and life rushes into the room. Whoopa! She shouts. Len picks her up. Mina, you wouldn't believe what they brought us. You flash her the passes, and she looks confused. We're going away after all, Meanie. He lifts her up above his head. And that big, beautiful ship. Mina screams and Lem laughs. He puts Mina down and she runs over to you and hugs your legs. I love you, robot, he says quietly. But only you can hear. Love you too. And a while later, when you leave, you don't even think to check for Castor by the door until it's too late. You stop and turn halfway down the walkway, but there's nothing there. Even that little white cube is gone. So you keep walking, back through the low end, deep in thought, excited and scared all at once. Crush the second. No, don't crush me! But if you want some crushing depths, you could check out Sharkside. Cause shark and water and water has many atmospheres of pressure. I don't remember the calculation. I thought you said debt. I'm not in debt. Well, I mean, technically I'm in some sort of corporate indenture. Look, it's kind of complicated in this game. Anyway, I'm escaping on a spaceship with a small, adorable child and a very tired person. Okay, so next cycle, that's gonna fire, and we're good. There is this. So let's re-roll our die. We rolled a 1 into a 1. Yeah, okay, fuck you too, I guess. I don't have a good place to spend a 1, to be honest. Well, yeah, I'm doing pretty darn good, I think. Shit. I'm doing fine. I can't believe I rolled a 1 into a 1. Absolute bollocks. And go for some spores. I think I wanted to make Intuit another level anyway. Or did I want to make engineering another level? Absolute beans! Which is probably what I'm going to be eating tonight. I still have a little bit of 13 bean soup. Herb beans. Because I need to get all my leftovers done before I leave next week for the speedrun event. Let's just put an extra point into it. I'll just do that. And let's get some grove spores. Nice. And then we will eep. We will take our medicine. I don't want to go down to 3 dice. And the question is, did I just trigger an ending? Or is something going to happen and we're staying? the art stuff. Oh my god, it's so cute. Ah! I love Mina. There's a crowd, but you spot Lem and Mina immediately as you enter the dock. They're waiting at the cordon, where Celis security are checking the crew in to board the ship. Those that manage to get up to the hub are crowded near the entrance, but even they know their chance of getting on board has long gone. Lem! Lem spots you among the crowd. Sleeper, you're here. You're standing beside a bag which looks to carry all the possessions they have, small enough to be carried in one hand. Hi, Mina. Mina is vibrating with excitement. She seems strangely at home in microgravity. But then you remember that she spent her whole life in space. Hi, robot! You hand over the Celis ID film to Lem, keeping your own. He turns it back and forth in the light. Where did your friend even get this picture, Sleeper? Looks like my old Conway ID. You look. And a shimmering, younger Lem stares out from the film, harder and clean cut. I spoke to the guard there. He nods to the white and green clad security officer. He'll be doing orientation and role assignment on board. Sounds like we're gonna be working under the core crew. Kind of like an intern. He laughs. What do you think, Meanie? Am I too old to be an intern? Following Lem's lead, inspect your ID. As you lift the film up to the light, you see something strange. Something that makes you flinch. The face printed on the film is one you recognize immediately, but it is not you. At least, it is not how you look now. You squint at this ghost, confused why you hadn't noticed earlier. It's a picture you remember being taken, a memory you didn't know you had. You remember signing the forms, walk to the sleeper tanks, the cold metal floor. You remember the S&ARP employee who helped you in, her smile, clean, surgical. Freeze in place, thinking that the you that still sleeps somewhere in an S&ARP facility, that won't wake until you are recovered and disposed of. Now you're leaving. Will they ever wake up? Wait, what? Oh, that's not how I thought this was working at all. That's why they're called sleepers. Oh, that's so oh, fuck. Oh, that makes this so much more ethically tangled. So I thought you basically sign a form that like they're allowed to copy your mind, and then they'll like pay you some sum of money, and then you go off, and then they just like duplicate that mind. Either like they can make X number of duplicates, or maybe they like for whatever arbitrary reason they can only make like one copy of a person. And they'll have like the digital person, but like that person are they in like a cryo sleep? They're not allowed to get up and leave until they're whatever. Oh, fuck. Why can't they wake up though? Okay, now I'm wondering, does anyone ever wake up? Is this a whole smoke screen and they just dispose of people and they're basically dead after they're digitally copied? Do they just keep them under and continually make copies? And it's like oh yeah, you're still working off your debt kind of situation. And then like when you finish the debt, they just mind wipe you, and then you're like, oh, well, you know, you're starting your thing. You know, you owe a lot of money. Time to get you to work. Oh, there's so much fuckery and mental shenanigans that can go on in this situation. I want to know what the fuck's going on about. Okay, I want to know a lot more about the whole sleeper situation. We're kind of not in a situation to learn about more lore, at least on this path. Sleeper? Lem interrupts your thoughts. These guys want us to board. You stare at him without thinking, and notice the guard gesturing you both to come forward. You all kick off and float over to them, steadying yourselves on the guardrail. You hang back, letting Lem present his ID film first. The guard slides it across a white machine, much like the one Castor printed them from. You reflexively rub the puncture mark on your hand, even though there's no trace of it now. It seems to be your destiny to be someone else's tool. Lem and Mina are waved through, guard smiling at her excited face. Lem turns back to you, checks you're coming. Guard beckons you closer. I wonder what happens if we waited, if we just left them and let them go. I feel like Castor would come for his pound of flesh and be like, we had a deal, and I'm afraid you have broken it. And so now I will break you. And then he just takes us apart. Probably literally. You shake off your doubts and hand over your ID film. The guard barely looks at it as they pass through the scanner and wave you through. A new life built from old things. You okay? Lem asks, concerned, as you catch up with him. You're so slow, robot! Mina teases, grabbing at you with small hands. Just making sure. Lem nods. Realize how much harder it must have been for him to cross that threshold. Mina struggling in his arms, trying to get to you. Lem relents, struggling with both the bag and his daughter. Mina tumbles through the microgravity, grabs onto your clothes for purchase, pulling herself into your arms. You all proceed up the walkway, the entrance to the docking bridge yawning wide in above you. Are we a family, robot? Mina asks as you move, taking you by surprise. I guess so. Mina smiles and presses her head against your chest, pleased by your answer. You keep moving, up onto the docking bridge, then along the thin, glass-walled connector, all the time Mina clutching onto you. The lack of gravity means you can't feel her weight, only the grip of her small hands on your clothes. You both stare wide-eyed at the vast hull of the sidereal horizon, and try to think of this huge machine as a home. Later, when you settle in your bunk, after Mina has finished running back and forth between you and Lem with an endless and infectious excitement, you find yourself looking at your ID film once more. Somehow, since the last time you looked at it, the image seems to have changed. Still a picture of the old you, person that signed up to have their consciousness copied and placed into the ownership of Art. Something else has crept into the image, an underlying sense of self-identification. This is also a picture of you. You now. You that survived the Eye, made friends here, found a way out, escaped against all odds. The other you might never wake up. They might never live again. But so be it. They consigned you to a doomed life, their own gain. Their life is yours now. You will live it better than they ever could. You lie back on your bunk as the thrust of the sidereel's vast engines kick in. This feeling, this rumble, will be your constant companion for the next decades. You'll be there when you work, and you watch Mina grow, when you dream of the planet at the end of the journey. It will stay with you when your body starts to fail. Despite the best attempts of Lem and Mina as the years stack up, it exceeds its safe operating period by a decade. It'll be the thing you wake up to in those rare moments of consciousness. The team which Mina will keep you in a frozen state, the hope of preserving you until your destination is reached. She'll still be there when Mina wakes you, tears in her eyes to tell you of Lem's inevitable death. It will not relent, despite your desire for a moment of silence. will be the final thing you hear as Mina shuts down all but the most vital of all your functions and hopes beyond hope that you make it to your final destination, all the while doubting that you will. But for now, in this moment of departure, feel a new sound, a new feeling. And because of this, it is filled with the promise of the future. And so you settle back on your bunk and close your eyes. And in moments, you're sleeping a perfect, dreamless sleep. The most peaceful you can ever remember. Fuck. Oh, that was... Oh, I cracked a little bit there. I'm fucking like tears down my face as I was reading those paragraphs. Like, what a beautiful. Man. Oh, there are still so many story threads though. But like when I know it would end the I thought it would be a game an ending, but like Lem and Mina are two precious, adorable, amazing beings, and I had to take the good ending out when it was in front of me. Now the question is, okay. Let me wipe my eyes. Let me rehydrate. Okay. Now, will I continue from right before I decide to go with them? Yes. Oh, thank you for the boots. Okay. Now what happens if we stay? Okay. I mean, Okay. Wait. You wait for a moment. Need to wait for a moment. It's all happening too fast, changing too much. So many questions you have, so many threads to catch hold of, and yet here you are, boarding a ship to who knows where on a journey that will take decades. Is this really what you want? How will you even survive? You suddenly feel dizzy, unsettled. You can make out the concerned look on Lem's face as you hold back. Guard gestures again. Mina's eyes looking back at you, so bright in the starlight. You can't do it. You can't get on that ship. You turn away quickly, trying not to look at Lem, to look at Mina. Meet their eyes. You turn away and kick off hard from the guardrail. When you reach the far wall, you turn back. The scene continues in front of you, as if nothing had changed. Exit of people are boarding. Crowds are still gathered at the cordon. Sidereal horizon still blinks, yellow hole bright against the stars. There are Lem and Mina, gliding up towards the docking bridge, bag in hand. Lem is facing away, focused on the steady climb. But Mina is in his arms, is facing back towards you. You watch her face, confused and sullen, but twinkling with a growing excitement as Lem carries her forward. As you watch Mina, you think about your future, not the future you might choose. You know one thing for certain, the future is on the eye. You no longer have any enthusiasm for being carried forward by the dreams of others, for the grand futures that unfold like angelic wings across the horizon. The future is being made now, on this spinning ring among its people and systems. You are sure of that. As you watch Mina disappear into the entrance of the sidereal horizon, and much later when you watch the ship pull away, you feel a sense of longing. A longing to be carried. Not by the systems that spin the suns, or the corporations that run the colonies. But by love, towards an uncertain future. Just as Mina was. That, you think, is the future you wish to make here on Erlen's Eye. Oh, does that still trigger an ending? Ah, okay. I will have to start a completely new game. Which does kind of suck. I also kind of thought that I would be able, because like it mentioned Lem was looking for work. I thought I could hook Lem up with Bliss as like work peoples. Was one thing I thought would happen. Man, there is still so much of this game that I haven't explored. Well, we kind of got cut short just before the end of outing the corpo. We we're like just getting started with the greenery. I'm kind of thinking we maybe do a second playthrough. Especially now that I better know how things are going. You know the ending event and keep playing. Oh, it did. A strange choice. Caster stands beside you on the rail, watching the pinpricks of light from the side reels, horizon drives disappear. But perhaps not unexpected. You turn to look, and Caster is beaming at you with an unsettling warmth. Aren't you angry? About what? He squeezes your shoulder. I only wish for you to exercise that strong drive of yours. If it happens to align with my own, then that is pleasing to me. But if it does not, I cannot punish you. Okay, I will hydrate as I spin around. Okay, but like Caster injected me with like a tracker thing, so like I feel like the dude is very much going to... You passed up my deal. Very well then, here is a second one. You will not fuck this one up. What about Silas? Caster looks out to the stars. Indeed, that is a matter which worries me. Sandra Celis has taken a step back from the public eye. Seems some internal struggles are playing out within their pristine halls. Caster sighs.
Hold on, give me a second.
But I doubt the core politics are of much concern to you.
Crap! Oh, my
You
frogs!
should be worried about all
Shit!
these frogs! Ah! Why are there frogs in space? Chimera, I think those frogs, I think some of them got on my tongue. I'm feeling kind of weird. I'm feeling all kinds of colors, in fact. Caster moves down along the rail. The eye, though, that seems to be your primary concern. Am I right? I haven't finished business. He pats you on the back. Don't we all? It is the nature of life to leave things unfinished. I have more projects than I can count. So many games still to play and things to learn. May your own future cycles be as fruitful as my own. Caster turns and starts to clunk away in his mag boots. I will be keeping an eye on you, if you don't mind, sleeper. He waves as he walks. My curiosity remains piqued. Once he leaves, you stay a little longer at the rail, watching the stars. Imagining the look on Mina's face when she sees Celis 1 for the first time. Imagining the excitement when she first touches its soil. The joy when she stands outside in the rain, laughing. Those images, that they will not happen for decades, what carry you through this cycle, And perhaps the next one, too. Okay. This is about to expire, so we should help. Here we do this. Ow. Fuck! Two ones and a two. Wow. Ah! Oh, God! So many things being thrown at me! Zergal, why are you smelling the flowers? Stop that. Stop that! These low rolls are going to be the perish of me. I need more actions. I have too many things I need to do. Because I can, and I will. Mean to me. I do need to harvest from the algae stack. Uh, 50-50. I hate the 50-50s. Burn it here. All right. 3 is good. Okay, I didn't care for energy, but it still is kind of nice. All right, end our cycle. Algeria. Yeah, sure. Oh, I thought I had one more cycle. Fuck! Moritz is outside when you leave. They're gone. Ember's Wake shipped out. Wasn't enough time. There's never enough time, Sleeper. Why we get these shitty contracts. He sighs. We can try again. First time isn't always lucky. He glances down the corridor. Sorry for getting sharp. Just pissed off about something else. Ah! Why are you throwing Drek wells at me? So you're again playing a game where you need to protect a space station. I'm not exactly protecting the space station. Like I'm trying not to die and staying away from the corporation that owns me. Oh, now you're hitting me with snails. Okay. How'd you even get snails on here? They're not native. Something else? Bliss's ex. He's stirring things up with her. He frowns. Bliss is gonna look up another contract when she's ready. Is she okay? Give her time. That guy who stole her shit, he was a real piece of work. He looks around. All right. Well, I'll come by when there's more work. Stay loose. Watch him go. Frustrated at the Ember's Wake contract. The next one will be better. Know it. Oh, thank you for the boops. And I will hydrate. Okay. The 5 we definitely have to use here. How are we on upgrade points? Great. Algae stack. Harvest. Fuck you. Okay. We got another 50-50. Great. Amazing. Okay, we'll let it do some growing. At the aviary, I need to harvest. Nice. Okay, we have enough Metsuke caps. So tomorrow... Oh, wait, no. I should turn it in now. Because it takes a couple days. We can kind of time this. Okay, we will eat. Get him to make the broth. Perfect. All right, 3 cycles. Excellent, excellent. Get that going. Is it time for the stuff to arrive so I can buy parts? Okay. Yeah, I guess I can haggle only once. Great. It's fine. Get the parts it'll let me. And then we can assemble it into the ship mind. That we can sell for a lot of money. Good shit. Nice little profit. Go down to okay, so next cycle, a new ship should arrive for me to get stuff. We got Fang. Ah! All the little plushie bouncing around. Why you keep throwing things at me? I won't take it for that parts. Fang grins at you as the bay door slides open. Above, in the rest of the building, people are busy, frightened. They speak in hushed tones and organize endless meetings after endless meeting. Avantage have avoided a full-blown crisis for now, but change is coming. Fang is in good spirits and bundles you inside before you even have a chance to greet him. That was the slickest operation this station has seen! He hugs you firmly. You made my job easy. He shakes you by the shoulders. I'm so proud. And, he smiles, I got to watch through the cameras as the Havenage security that weren't in on it assaulted the station. Fang smiles. One of them just straight up whacked Harden with their pistol. It was beautiful. What are they gonna do with him? Not sure anyone knows. He is cooperating in dismantling his operation, scaring off Conway. Maybe they'll exile him when they're done, hand him over to some core authority. Fang shrugs. Now I know he won't be an issue. I'm gonna be focusing on systems for a bit. He shakes his head. Seeing as that's my actual job. He points to the ceiling. People upstairs weren't so happy though. They've been fielding some questions about the state of the eye right and left since the recording got out. People are scared. Is it true? Fang looks at you directly. Not if we don't want it to be. He touches a stack of hardware. The eye is old. It was never meant to run like this. That's the control points that Erlin and Havenage installed. It keeps it spinning from the rim. That isn't ideal. If you're asking me if the eye will stop spinning next cycle? No. He smiles. And me, and a ton of other skilled people, will be working to stop it happening the cycle after that. Arden's problem was that he didn't believe in people. He believed in systems. Their ability to shape the world around them. Fang squeezes your shoulder. As far as I'm concerned, people should be the ones running the systems, not the other way around. Anyway, Fang raps on the side of his terminal. I know you didn't come here for a lecture. My tracker. I haven't forgotten. He produces a thumbnail drive. I managed to finish that code solution I showed you. The modified Ripper worm. One that made to deactivate that tracker of yours. The time I got back, I added some extra. The tracker of yours doesn't just show SNR where you are. It transmits data about the state of your body, your current condition. My worm won't just deactivate it. It'll edit that data to tell SNR if your body is irreparably damaged. DNR. Do not retrieve. He grins widely. Pretty smart, right? That's perfect. Just slot it in already. Take the drive and hold it in your hand. Then close your eyes and open up your access ports. Take down your defenses. Whoa, 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 in public? In front of Fang? Oh, come on, he didn't even buy you dinner first. The worm immediately enters your closed network. Oh, whoa. It whips through it, taking things with it as it goes. The moment they are gone, you forget they were ever there. You just blink out of existence. A second later, it is done. You open your eyes. How do you feel? Asks Fang nervously. Free. Fang smiles widely. Well, you are free, Sleeper. He claps you on the shoulder. Fang lets the word free hang in the air a little before he continues. Seems like it might finally be time for a celebration. Fang wraps his arm around you. Jenna still owes us those drinks. He laughs and you join him. And later, when you leave, you feel deeply thankful for having such a friend. As you walk away from the building, you look up at the wide curve of the eye, up at the hub and the other rim beyond it. The whole thing twinkles with lights. Oh, that Saint got some height. That plushie went whew, whew. The tracking's losing. Tracking's having trouble with that motion. The whole thing twinkles with lights, and it seems impossible to see it as anything other than breathtakingly beautiful. It feels, in that moment, like something eternal. Doesn't mean it can, or even should, last forever. And that it will never change, fade, or decay. It simply means that in this moment, this place has a future. It is one that you know, deeply and truly, worth protecting. Nice.